What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Dude, you're one of my top two comedians, dude.
We were talking about how a guy told me that his two favorite comedians were me and Chris D'Elia, which is a true thing that happened to me. And it's like, fine. We know whatever. I like
My two favorite shows are Blackish and Duck Dynasty.
Exactly. It's just the things are so conflicting. It's really interesting, that guy. Man.
Hey.
But then again, I love Death Cab for Cutie, and I also love Skrillex, and that's true. And when I tell people
I like Young
Skrillex,
Sheldon and A Handmaid's Tale.
I mean,
No, I like Skrillex.
Skrillex is so much fun, dude. Everybody makes fun of Skrillex, and it is the most badass dance music. And I realize that me as a damn near 40-year-old man saying it's badass dance music is it's rocking and makes my butt shake. Is
What is it Brian Regan said? Those boys sure know how to boogie. Hey, went to Metallica. Oh, they know how to boogie.
God, he's so funny, dude.
Skrillex. Every time I hear Skrillex, I have a great night.
Yeah, Skrillex is just so much fun. Yeah. So much goddamn fun.
Shout out to Skrillex.
When I say it, people shit on me, dude. People are so comfortable shitting on you for liking Skrillex.
Well, I don't think they've heard it. I think they've heard it in a meme and they saw Kramer fall out of his chair when it came on or something and they go, ooh, it's shit. I don't know what they think, but
they just think that
they just know to make fun of it, like Coldplay. They know you're supposed to make fun of it.
Another band I love.
I love Coldplay. I've been loving Coldplay.
Absolutely. Now, I will say this. This happened to me. I was standing outside the Velveeta Room in Austin, which, if you haven't been there, is on 6th Street, which is like hell on earth. It's like a nonstop frat party / block party where people are just in the street screaming, Michelle, like all the time.
It's like New Orleans without culture and more drugs.
It's weird, too, because it's Austin, which is just like teeming with art and culture. Maybe not anymore. I don't know, but it was. And then you just go to 6th Street and it's just like Affliction shirts and shit. It's so crazy. So like there are all these bars blasting music out their fucking doors. And someone was making fun of Coldplay and I was like, man, I love Coldplay. And there was this song that was like one of those arena emo bands, like Imagine Dragons or Mumford & Sons or whatever, blasting out. And I was like, now, I hate the fact that they created this bullshit because that's all their fault. Totally their fault. Yeah. But I like Coldplay. And then one of the comics was like, you do know that this is Coldplay that we're listening to right now? And I was like, oh no!
Well, you die a hero, or you do that. I mean, a lot of bands do that.
Yes,
a lot of bands become their worst enemy. But that's part of the thing.
Totally.
I remember like realizing that as a very young age, where I'd be like, bands can only be good for so long,
And then some of them, like, way later in their career, make a great album, and it's shocking because it's rare.
Right. It's very rare. Not a lot of bands do it. U2 just tried to make you listen to it. They're like, come on, it's on your phone right now.
I know.
You already heard it. We'll insert it into your mind like Dark City. We'll put it in there.
Dark City. Wow. What a reference.
Hey, I've been practicing my references.
I love Dark City, dude. It's such a good movie. Dark City's great.
I love it. No one talks about it, but it's really
no one talks about it. And Kiefer Sutherland, man, I love Kiefer. Big Kiefer
I love
fan.
He's the best actor named Kiefer.
100%.
Top two Sutherlands. You can't beat the Keef.
He's only the second best Kevin Bacon. Number one keeper, number two Kevin Bacon.
I was talking to Jenny, and she was like, my girlfriend Jenny, lovely lady, but she was talking
Jenny
about
Craig.
Jenny Craig. Yes, that's who I like. But Jenny. So she said that I didn't realize this, but it makes sense if you meet her family. She was like, all their VHSs when she was a kid had Kevin Bacon in them. And she didn't know movies didn't have him in them.
Wow.
Until like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, when she was like, what the hell? Like she didn't understand why the star wasn't Kevin Bacon.
She
thought that's what movies were. These are just Kevin Bacon is what a movie is. And so she couldn't understand. She's like, I saw a movie without Tom Cruise was in it. What the hell? It's supposed to be Kevin Bacon. It took her a long time to get used to it.
Damn, that's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard, dude.
Yeah,
that's
funny.
I mean, I guess there's a reason why there's that game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like he was in everything, every type of movie. He's in a band with all his brothers.
Yeah, and he seems to have no problem being like, yes, I will star in this gigantic thing, and I'll also have 3 lines in whatever you want me in. He just seems to be very open to whatever size role you think he needs.
And that's a great way to be. I respect that. I've always thought it was way cooler to be a star in a random Funny or Die sketch than be a star in a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an existing celebrity who does lower level shit. That's what I want to do. I want to get big in stuff and then have the latter end of my career be I'm just that famous guy that like shows up at your karaoke party and everyone's like,
yes,
is Dave Ross singing Piano Man right now? What is happening? Why is he here?
Yes, I want to skip the career and just be Bill Murray now. I just want to be roaming around, bumping into people and pranking folks. That seems like a lot of fun.
Totally.
It's a great life to have. Steve Buscemi, he's like, anytime he shows up, everybody's like, hey, he has one line. I love it.
And then randomly, because that's so exciting, he'll get a starring role. Like Boardwalk Empire is such a funny show to exist because Steve Buscemi is not tough. And when he is tough looking, it's like playing into his like weird look, you know? Mm-hmm. And so for him just to be like, I'm Nucky and I'm going to fucking kill you is like completely, I fully believe that whoever wrote that or cast that was like, this doesn't work. I just like this guy. We couldn't get Andy Milonakis to play to play this gangster. Yeah, totally.
We were going to do Andy Milonakis or Ben Shapiro, and then you know who showed up?
Yeah, can we for the guy who plays the most dangerous gangster in this TV show? Can we get the dude who played Lurch in the Addams Family? Is he available? Or perhaps this very young Tree could play. Dude, I got terrible news for you. This video on my end is lagging a little bit. I think that we should. Yeah, let's duck off and come back.
Oh, Ethernet. We got our Ethernet plugged in. If you want fast Ethernet, go to your dad's garage. He's got a long cord.
My God. A fucking mob boss who like went clean and opened like an Ethernet local Wi-Fi or what do you call that? Internet service provider?
Yeah. Welcome to Ethernet and guns. Come for the Ethernet.
Sign up for PizzaNet.
It'd be a shame if you didn't sign up, you know. You don't want something to happen to your coverage.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't sign up for our Ethernet. Could be that your signal gets lost. I don't know.
Hey, we'll send you a reminder when your bill's due. We'll be outside your house the first of the month. You know, we know.
Maybe, one day your router goes offline and, you don't know why, but there's a severed horse's head inside it.
Many of our customers, they find the router smashed with a hammer. They don't know why. You bring it in, we'll fix it. Maybe give you a new one. I don't know. Maybe, you don't fuck with us and, your modem stays just fine. I don't know. I don't know why it's funny to think of like every small business is owned by the mafia. It's just very funny to me.
It is really funny.
Well, that's hecklers. They didn't have hecklers back when comedy clubs were run by the mafia.
You're damn right.
You know what I mean? The hecklers happened as soon as Goodfellas was over is when hecklers began. So that's what you get. That's what you get.
Well, that's because the person on stage was also in the mafia.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like Joe Pesci from that movie doing stand up? He's like killing and he's like, oh, you think I'm funny? Funny how? I amuse you? And they're like, yes, we paid to be amused. Oh, really?
Your name was on the ticket. I thought
this is your whole thing. Seems like this is your career. A career in what? Making you laugh?
Oh man.
Oh, that's so funny. I also love the taking something you're good at personally, just in general. Just hey man, thank you for landscaping my lawn. You're like very good at lawn care. Oh, I'm here to take care of your lawn. Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I paid you. You're a landscaper. Oh, since when? It says it on your business card.
That's so funny. One of my all-time coldest takes is when Bill Engvall goes, people go, oh, you're a comedian, tell me a joke. They don't go up to a plumber and say, fix my toilet. I'm like, yes, they do. Yes, they do, Bill. That's all they say to plumbers. That's what they say.
So funny, dude.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's also just like, yeah, dude, do you have any friends at all? I guarantee you that if you're friends with a plumber, you like, hey man, I fucked up my whole bathroom. Can you help? Everyone does that.
Right. I don't know what. That's one of the weirdest.
That guy also processes thought in a really crazy way, dude. Have you ever seen that?
Here's your sign.
That bit is so long.
Here's your sign.
And it's a big deal for him. So you ever meet someone so stupid that you want to hand them a sign that tells them how stupid they are?
And I'm like, was this their idea? Was this the dumb guy's idea? Because this sounds like his idea.
Totally.
He needs a stupid sign.
You ever see a sign so stupid you want to write another sign to let the sign know how dumb it is? You're a sign.
You ever meet somebody so dumb they say you better come up with a hook before the tour starts, and you say shit?
Yeah. You ever get booked on the blue collar comedy tour, and the most famous guy has a catchphrase, and the second most famous guy is a character made up by a sociopath? Here's my career.
Here it is.
Here it is.
You ever the only group of four comedians with a car in the 80s for a brief time, and that kind of you start hosting a thing for a while?
Wow, that's really funny. That's really funny to like, damn, I think that's accurate. You ever be the only comedian with a car in the 80s? You ever somehow become the guy who drives Jeff Foxworthy to the airport?
Oh man. Y'all ever go on YouTube and see that everybody says you're the Kenny Banya of the Blue Collar Tour? Then you get your feelings hurt a little bit. That's what I've got.
Here I am.
That's what he says in therapy. Here I am.
Yeah. Here I am. Here's your, yeah, dude, he says it's sadder when it's not a joke. Yeah. Here's your sign. And it's a sign that I also just love the idea that he's giving out signs like, hey, you ever meet somebody on the opposite end? You ever meet somebody that's so smart you want to give them a sign that lets them know that? And it's like, you're a doctor. Well, here's your sign. Thank you. Also, have you ever met somebody? You ever met somebody who's really good at home brewing beer, and you like their beer a lot, and you want to hand them a sign that says, "I love this beer"? Hey, good beer. Here's your sign. I got tons of signs.
Yeah, that's what Toby Keith did. I love this bar.
Dude, I know.
This is my bar.
Toby Keith, I hate this 9/11 or whatever.
This night we should open up Dave and Caleb's I love this comedy club
yes, dude,
and place to eat.
Oh man, yeah, totally. Dave and Caleb's I love this building. And everyone's like, what happens in there? They're like, I don't know.
They really like it.
We just bought a sign, and then the sign says, here's your sign.
We should sell for this podcast. We should sell signs.
Let's say, here's your sign.
Here's it called. And then you just get a
sign. Here's it called. Oh my god, dude! I will say, the older I get, the less sense my sense of humor makes. I and I think that's probably true for a lot of us. Yeah. Definitely everyone listening now, and I love you so much for being right here with us. And I don't know how it happened, but we love you so much. Hey, welcome to What's It Called?
Welcome.
And we are so fucking glad you're here. As always, we tossed out a famous thing we're going to rename on our Twitters. Right. We got a bunch of responses. Right. We're going to rename Miller High Life in a minute and then read your ideas for a name.
We got some engagement with the High Life. I had no idea. It's affected so many people's lives.
It was like Frasier in that, like, you know, normally we have like a sort of cornucopia of perspectives on something, but both Frasier and Miller High Life, people wrote us with a unified voice on their opinion.
I know. People like angry, like the Holocaust. It's not as bad as that.
The Holocaust.
There's levels of. If you get one really cold and you're on the river with your friends, High Life it can be a delightful experience.
They literally were. There was I remember I drank them so often in college because there was a market that did not survive the pandemic or capitalism before that. But they had 24-pack bottles of Miller High Life, if you could imagine that just came in cardboard boxes. And for a 24-pack of Miller High Life, it was $10. And yeah.
Bro.
And
that's a whole night. That's a whole night. For me, I mean, I don't know what you're drinking. Well, we had a gas station near my place when I was in college that would give you 18 Keystones for $9.
Damn.
And we would get that pretty often.
Yeah.
And this is what I thought. We don't have to get into the name of the Miller High Life yet, but one of the things I noticed with High Life and Keystone beers like that, many times don't even make it to the fridge. They make it to a flat surface, and they're drunk within an hour by a few people who just got off work.
Right.
That's what it was.
Totally.
It was like, we'll drink these 15 feet from where we clocked out and play dice in the parking lot or something. Like it was
right.
There's always some sketchy shit like that. I will drink this with my apron still on from my minimum wage job.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Is it like that shit exists? And the reason it's like a good thing that it exists is that it exists for people to be able to afford getting drunk, which is good. I think that's good. I think it's also bad.
Like everything.
Yeah, totally.
I love Homer's quote, the beer, the cause and solution of all life's problems.
Best joke of all time. Funniest thing ever. I want to know the specific writer who wrote that. And I bet it's Conan.
Dude, I hope so. I think every time it's one I like, I assign it to Conan or Dana Gould or something. Totally. I saw another one the other day. I had a screenshot that I love so much when it's, I think it's Marge says, "You loved Rashomon." And Homer goes, "That's not how I remember it."
Dude, wow.
Which is a deep cut. I screenshot it here because I loved it so much. That's why you got to look at our YouTube. You can watch me put my phone up to the screen. So you love Gresham.
Wow.
That's not how I.
And he's on a plane. He's so mad.
That's not how I remember it.
God damn. The one that I think about all the time, and I think I quoted it recently, maybe even on this show, is like I think about Grimy all the time. And when Grimy's freaking out and looking at all the photos on their walls, like Homer's just like so much more successful than Grimy and is objectively terrible at his job and kind of a bad guy. And Grimy's like, "You been to space?" And he's like, "Yeah, you've never been." Dude. That's such good jokes. Speaking of our YouTube, we have video episodes and links to all the ways to watch us and follow us on our website. What's it called? Rodeo.
Rodeo.
Ooh, and we have a Patreon now. We do weekly bonus episodes. The bonus episodes come out a day before this show comes out Monday. Our bonus podcast is called What's in There, and we we pick a famous thing every week. And we talk about what's in there. This week, we did the pyramids.
Yes, we're going to talk about the pyramids.
And we found out what the fuck is in there.
We know. So you better sign up. We already did the Pulp Fiction briefcase. We're doing the pyramids now. And I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you what's in our podcast, our Patreon episodes, is even better riffs. Anytime you go, ooh, that riff didn't quite work. Well, we'll do the work version in the Patreon. So you better sign up.
We don't feel free here, and we feel we feel no limits on our Patreon. Yeah, we're really being held down by our corporate overlords here, but over at
which
Patreon,
is us. That's how tough capitalism is. We're our own bosses, and we're going to revolt against
Nazis.
our own podcast. Sometimes me and Dave will text each other like, "Man, you believe we got the podcast today? Let's fucking unionize."
Yeah, totally. Fuck us, dude. We got to stop ourselves. God, I'm sick of what I say to me.
For the shit.
Yeah, can you believe we got to meet up and do the things we thought of? This is bullshit.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't remember what I was going to say, Caleb. So you should say something.
Patreon, we got.
That's what it was. You get bonus episodes if you sign up for our Patreon. There's a couple tiers. There's audio and video episodes, but no matter who you are who signs up for our Patreon, we shout you out on this show. This is the first shout
out. You're gonna get shouted the fuck out.
We have 20 fucking patrons right now after just a couple weeks, which is so exciting because this show is just our dumb little project that we love. So fucking 20 of you right away. God.
Yeah, that's very exciting. You feel like my 20 best friends. I can't wait till we have 1 million best friends.
Shout out
the first 20 is the most special 20, I say.
Absolutely. Until we get 21, and then that person's more special, and you guys understand.
Right. Whoever you are, yeah.
I will kiss anyone's ass at any time.
I enjoy it. People always say, "Ooh, kissing ass." You ever kissed a nice ass? It's a wonderful afternoon.
The bigger the better. Covered in shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I'm going to kiss your ass with shit in my ass. You know what I mean?
Hashtag with shit in my ass.
Totally. Richard Karn.
Bring back with shit in my ass and Richard Karn. We haven't been pumping those in a while.
We haven't been. I want to kiss some Karn ass. You know what I mean?
What's it called? If you could Photoshop Karn with his ass out and kind of the like, ooh, Betty Boop, I shouldn't have face. That'll be fun,
dude.
Please Photoshop that for us. We need some What's It Karn. We're gonna get What's It Karn going again.
Boy, I want to see. I wonder how many people in history have seen Richard Karn's ass. You know what I mean? Like, how many people? Like, obviously, it would include everyone he's ever had sex with.
Probably his doctor,
his kids. I would bet accidentally a time or two. I've seen my dad's butt, and it was a fucking nightmare, dude.
I didn't like it.
No,
I've seen Dave's dad's ass. I was like, wow,
totally.
Growing up's hard.
Dave's dad's ass.rodeo. That's the website.
Well,
yeah,
we shouldn't give that out before we can claim it because
Dave's dad's ass is also headlining the Funny Bone in Shreveport next weekend.
Oh shit! I was hoping to pick that one up. I'm gonna cancel your dad's ass to get his gigs.
Good for you. Think about that. I'll bet you it's less than 100 people that have ever seen Richard Karn's full butt. I'm not talking a cheek. Because I'm sure it his pants sag. You know, he's got that tool belt on. I'm sure some of the Tool Time staff or Home Improvement? Well, both. The fake Tool Time staff have seen half his ass, but a full Karn butt, you know?
No, less than 100 people seen my ass. I'll say that
For sure. Same.
So we get this Patreon going. We'll get that $100 tier. It's going to be me and Karn's bare ass. Tool belt,
$100 you get to see Caleb's butt. Full butt. That's so weird. Wow. Yeah.
I don't. Even then, I couldn't. It'd need to be 10 grand to see. It's not looking good. I'll tell you what. Quarantine, fuck this little ass up.
Oh, really? It looks bad now. It's
never looked good.
Sure.
Never looked nice. I've been looking at my ass in the mirror since like I was 8, and I was always been like,
Totally. No, I've seen your butt, and I know what you mean. It's all squiggly. You got a squiggly butt. That's
what we do every time there's a break. It's me being like, "Does this look okay?" And Dave's like,
"No, it's got all those harsh lines in it." You know what I mean? It's got a lot of creases. Caleb's butt
sure does, and that's you'll be extra content.
Let's shout out our first 20.
You're going to get a shout,
dude. Shout out to Easton Rowe. Easton Rowe,
Easton Rowe. I should have known Easton was on this shit. Easton.
Yeah, Easton's talking to us on Twitter a lot. Actually, all of you are.
Baddest motherfucker on the planet.
All of these names are very familiar to me. I'm so happy y'all are participating. Shout out to Andrew Richardson. Andrew Richardson is Darth Plato, by the way.
Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah, who kicks my ass in Smash Bros. When we play on Awful Level League, which is my Twitch show with Kyle Ayers.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I beat him once this last week, and when I won, I yelled, "Yeah, gotcha, bitch!" And immediately was like, why did I like apologized in my Discord? I mean, I know it's fine, but
that's funny.
To get so excited at and scream at one of your fans who's so supportive, it was very strange.
Hey, that'll be another thing if you're on Patreon. If you sign up for the $50, you'll get a free gotcha bitch from Dave.
Shout out to Stephanie Nickel.
Stephanie Nickel.
To Michael. Yeah, okay, let's do it that way. I'm gonna you do the like Flava Flav call out after I say it, all right?
Oh, hell yeah, I will.
Shout out to Michael Berry.
Michael Berry in the house.
Shout out to Duncan Parker Newton Gaines.
Duncan Parker Newton Gaines, his own law firm up in this bitch.
Yeah, sounds like a country music star. That's such a great name.
Yeah, that's a great name. Or an
Shout out to Jonathan Morse.
Jonathan Morse. Ooh, that's an author. You sound like you could write a good book.
Shout out to Kevin Heyman.
Kevin Heyman? You sound like a general, but in one of the good wars.
Oh, this one's great. I think that this is probably a pseudonym, but perhaps not. Shout out to Kevy Metal.
Kevy Metal? I don't even need to put any hype on that. You hyped it up yourself, Kev Metalhead.
All right, I'm going to do 3 in a row now. Shout out to Crystal Roberts. Shout out to Peter Dahlberg. And shout out to Eric Williams.
What? Oh, wow. We got some real... No one's got like a lame name. Like everybody's got... Like there's nobody named like... Well, now I don't want to say a name. That's the next name.
Yeah, totally. Like no one's got some dumb name like Dave Ross. Shout out to Michelle Mulhern. Shout out to Anna Snyder.
Anna Snyder.
Shout out to James Colton.
James motherfucking Colton.
Ooh, check out these two. Shout out to Malware 5000.
Malware 5000. I think we might be in trouble.
And shout out to Uncle Sugars. Damn.
Uncle Sugars. Ooh, getting a little horny about that name.
Shout out to Leah Ancon.
Leah Ancon. Ooh, you're a spy. You're like the female James Bond coming out.
Shout out to Laura Ansell. And
Laura Ansell.
2 more. Shout out to Joe North.
Joe North.
Which is the first name. Joe North is the first name of Kanye's newest kid. And finally, everybody knows this person. I'm a big fan of him, and we are great friends, and I've worked with him forever. Shout out to Aristotle Acevedo.
Aristotle, first name.
He produced Y'all Ever and my old show Terrified, and everyone who listens to those shows knows that he is a cat and a cop. Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Cat Cop, Aristotle. Damn,
Cat
that was
Cop.
fun. Thank y'all so much for joining. Join our
We love
Patreon
you,
for bonus
Patreon
episodes. Patreon.com/what's it called.
Hell yeah.
And I got to tell you, I don't know if I've had more fun than talking about local businesses owned by the mafia that are lightly threatening you, you know?
Yeah, you know they say when you want a mattress, all you can see is mattresses stores, and you get one that goes away. Well, we're not going away. How about 2 mattresses? You got other rooms in your house. Get one for later.
Maybe we give you this first mattress for free, and we don't expect nothing. But year or 2 down the road, we show up. We got a second mattress for you. You pay me in installments.
Yeah, we'll deliver it to your house. So we'll write down your address on a napkin. And we'll be back a few hours later with some more information for you.
You can't afford the mattress. Maybe we take your son.
Enter code my firstborn at checkout to save a life.
Oh man, what if it's like look, you could go to a hospital or you could come down to our urgent care. Say you go to a hospital, we break your legs. Maybe you need to go to an urgent care then too. An urgent care that does all things.
Hey, why don't you ask your doctor about talking shit? He will let you know that you're going to get your thumbs broke. All right? Ask your doctor. Ask your doctor about talking that shit.
Caleb, you got any fucking tour dates, bruh?
Oh, you know I do. It's your boy Caleb. I'm going to be at the Madhouse in San Diego on May 28th and 29th. I will be at the the Aurora Theater in Georgia. I think it's in Lawrenceville. Let me know if that's right. I don't know. The Aurora Theater, Lawrenceville. On July 27th, I will be at the Flicker Theater in Athens, Georgia. This is where I used to host Open Toad for years. Oh, shit, I'll be headlining the Flicker Theater on July 29th in Athens. And that's all I got coming up right now that I want to pump. But hey, come see your boy. I'm going to be out here, you know.
That's
be out
great,
here.
Man. Do you have anything booked for the fall yet?
Ooh, I have one date in the fall. I'm going to be at the Laugh-In Comedy Cafe in Fort Myers, Florida, November 11th through the 13th. So if you want to go ahead and get those, I don't even think the tickets are up yet, but mark your own calendar. Come on, camp out.
I was asking for me because I'm going to be in Florida at the beginning of November. I don't think we'll be in the same place, but maybe if you could plan to come, I don't know, maybe we can meet up. That'd be fun.
Hey, that'd be cool.
You could do a live one somewhere.
Festival. What's it festival?
I actually have, dude. I'm so excited. I've been booking stuff for later in the year, and I have 4 festivals I've locked in. I'm going to be at the Hideout in Boston the first weekend of July. And
hell yeah, I was just there. It's the best. Come see Dave. He's going to be great.
Ticket links are up now on my website, davetotheross.com. But also, dude, I just confirmed all these. I'm doing the Savage Henry Comedy Festival in Humboldt, Northern California in October. I'm doing, this one's really dope. I'm doing the High Plains Comedy Festival in Denver in September. Yes, I just confirmed that today. I'm so excited.
It's the best festival in the world.
Totally. It's so fun. And I'm doing Altercation Comedy Festival in Austin, and I'm doing Fest, the Punk Festival in Gainesville, Florida. And those are both at the end of October, beginning of November. And then I have a little route there. I haven't posted the links yet, but it's going to be like I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to be in Cincinnati and Indianapolis. And I think I'm going to be in Pittsburgh.
Damn.
Figuring that out. Yeah.
Go see Dave. Dave's going to be all over creation. Go see him.
Wait.
It's going to be great. He's going to be on stage chugging a high life through the bottom.
Totally.
Shotgun, that's what it's called. Shotgun.
Yeah, a bottle, though.
Yeah. You got to have a sharp key, shotgun.
No, I sit there with a blowtorch for an hour and a half to get a hole in the bottom.
Blowtorch Dave. Go see Blowtorch Dave.
Blowtorch Dave.
Here's your son.
Yeah. After every joke, I'm like, I'm on fire. That's fine. And I have 2 blowtorches and I'm just dancing with them. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Go see Dave.
Man. I used to be you're fired, but then Donald Trump, I don't know if you heard of him.
This guy.
Yeah, TV guy.
I'd say the worst thing he did was steal Dave's catchphrase.
Absolutely.
That's up there. Was that?
Yeah.
And then I think he fired Omarosa one time. I mean,
oh man, yeah, that guy is weird.
What a nerd!
Yeah, buddy. Let's rename Miller High Life, right?
Miller High Life. I would say, to me, don't they call themselves the champagne of beers? Or am I misremembering? So they say they're the champagne of beers. Which, first of all, very funny to just say you're a different kind of alcohol. Not even saying it's good. You can get champagne for like $4 at a gas station, but it doesn't mean it's like weird to be like, it's like another, hey, tequila is the beer of tequila.
Yes, exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
Jose Cuervo. Hey, this TV show is the book of TV. It's like, what? It's just a weird sidestep. I think it was somebody drinking and they're about to say ooh, and someone goes, no, champagne of beers. And they go, ooh. But I don't think I think it's a weird slogan to begin with. But what it really is the comedian of beers. Oh. Because it's one of the things I've had most often at comedy shows where they're like, you go, hey, I'm here. And they go, ooh, there's a green room. There's a cooler in there. And I go, I bet you anything it's High Life in there. It's 5 High Lifes and 4 PBR tall boys and like 1 Pepsi. That's always what's in the cooler for the comedians.
It's also interesting because the appeal of it is the appeal of it is that it's working class. The reason that it's there for comedians is we don't make any money and we like to party and everyone's broke and a lot of them are 22. No matter how old you are, a lot of the comedians are going to be 22, which is frustrating.
Way too many.
Yeah. And
that's the catch-22. It's the 22-year-old comics getting hammered with their big Adam's apples in the green room.
That is what that book's about. Catch-22, about no matter how hard you try, a 22-year-old did Conan yesterday.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, so it's funny that they call it the champagne of beers because you know what it's like a middle of the road thing that got a career. You know what I mean? It's the Gerald Ford of beers.
Gerald Ford of beers. This shouldn't have happened.
Right.
We can't even believe. Gerald Ford couldn't believe it happened. No one could believe it happened.
Yeah,
is it
totally.
Good? No. Is it bad? Honestly, I'm not sure because I'm not interested enough to check.
It's like the comment. It's like it's literally like the comedian where you're like, that's a nice person and they're good, but they're not good in some special way. They're just good in the way that everyone you hang out with is good, but they have a way better career than everyone. And we're all like, well, we love them. So good for them. But we don't see the distinguishing characteristics. You know what I mean? That's Miller High Life, you know?
Yes. It's
PBR is like
friend of beers.
To PBR and Olympia and fucking, Steel Reserve and shit are all hanging out. And they're like, yeah, Miller High Life is a great guy, but why is he in Ralph's?
I'll tell you when you need to go home. When you get to somebody's place and all they got in their fridge is Genesee, that green, it's like a green beer that's worse than PBR. And it's like, that means you're out. It's like 4 a.m. by the time you see one of those. Stay away from Genesee Cream Ale, one of the worst beers on the planet. And I'm an expert. I know quite a bit about shitty beer. I've been doing comedy a while.
Ooh, dude, I got a great name for Miller High Life. I think this is perfect. Rolling Rock Uphill. I think that's the one. I don't know, man. That's the Sisyphus of beers.
Milwaukee's second best.
Yes. No, we're getting there.
How about never been cold?
Milwaukee's least.
Milwaukee's least. I like that.
Oh man,
it's so funny because both things that already are said like with an eyebrow, where it's like, "Hey, it's the High Life."
Right. Exactly.
It's like, oh, is it? Yeah, it's a champagne of beers. Like, I bet they named it as they laughed at the brewery. Like, there's
Guaranteed.
No way.
Guaranteed.
Let's call it a king shit.
It's
the
also funny
job of drinking.
It's this weird thing where Miller has this extra other shitty light beer. You know what I mean? Like there's Coors Light and there's Coors Regular, and then there's like Bud and Bud Light, and I guess there's like Budweiser Select, but that seems like a different thing. Whereas Miller has like MGD, Miller Light, and Miller High Life, and I am convinced that the reason for that is that MGD is so aggressively terrible. It's like really, and I love Miller Lite that's my favorite domestic beer.
Whoa, really?
Oh yeah, I can't stand Bud Light. I fucking hate Bud Light.
Whoa, see, I hate original Budweiser, and I don't mind Bud Light, but original Budweiser is like a prank. I feel every time I drink it, I'm like, what is going on? Is Eric Andre going to burst through the wall and go, "You were just drinking"? I just don't. I've never understood it. A regular Budweiser is mind-boggling. That's Bud Light's okay. I mean, as far as light, I don't mind a nice Corona Light. I don't mind a Miller Light. I don't mind a Coors Light. I mean, if I'm going to, I probably would pick Coors Light. It makes me think of Denver. I'm having a good time.
Interesting.
Or a Corona Light, like to put a little lime in there.
Well, I wouldn't put, for me, I guess I'm not putting Corona in this ball game because it's not one of the big domestics, because it's still technically from Mexico, right? Even though they probably do brew a lot of it here now.
Right. I imagine it's about as foreign as Del Taco or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it feels very
Del Taco. And if we broaden it to that, honestly, I'd take Tecate over all of them.
Oh, I do like Tecate. The creek and the cave of beers.
Oh, there you go.
There's always a good special on Tecate.
The Des Moines of beers. Which I do feel like I had Tecate there a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember there was a deal when I lived in Athens. You could get 2 tacos and a Tecate for, I think, $5. You could get 2 tacos and a beer at the Fuzzy Taco or something. And it was one of the best deals I've ever heard of to this day. Dude, I get a beer and 2 tacos for $5 and you give them to me in 30 seconds. It's like almost nothing in the world is better than that.
Dude, did you ever live in LA when okay, that's the end of the show. Did you ever live in LA when we would, like, a lot of us would go hang at the Gold Room? Did you ever go to the Gold Room?
Never been to the Gold Room.
Oh my God, Caleb. Yeah, I know why too. Because it's a bar on Sunset in Echo Park amidst like all of those party bars, and that neighborhood got like gentrified and more expensive, and so there's like a lot of there's still some accessible bars. It's not as like overrun as some parts of town. Yeah, but it's like foofier and more expensive, the bars, and there's like mostly like craft beers and stuff like that.
Sweet.
And it lasted longer than all of them, the Gold Room, and then it at some point it got turned into one of those foofy bars, probably right about when you moved here, and we all stopped going, and that sucks because, dude, it was the one dive bar on this strip that it was just like a great jukebox and like mirrors everywhere. And there were still a bunch of neighborhood people hanging out in there, which is great for a neighborhood, you know, instead of people driving in from Riverside or whatever to see this dumb famous bar. But anyway, you go in there and they had a special called the Gold Room, which was a pint of Tecate and a shot of tequila. And it was $5. Oh, and you can get it all night. And here's the thing: all night, anytime you were there, free tacos, and the tacos were great.
Wait, of course this place closed.
It was fucking insane. When I was really broke, I would go there for dinner, and I would get shit faced. And yeah, dude, you could get 2 beers and 2 shots of tequila for $10, and then you tip $5 or $10. And then
this is bananas. I got excited like it could still happen. Like I was like, we're done. Since we're done recording, let's go.
Dude, it was great. And yeah, no, you're right. Of course they changed it. They were like, what are we doing?
That's something I realized about moving to LA is I love it here, but apparently it was really fun from like 2005 to the day I moved here. Like as soon as I got here in 2015, I was like, oh, I'm in LA. And then everybody's like, it just ended. We just stopped.
Well, LA was this weird well kept secret in the sense that, like, I think because this is my theory. Everywhere you would go for a long time, everyone would be like, oh, LA, fucking Hollywood. Everyone's fake, you know, and because everyone had like a friend who moved there and it like didn't work and they have terrible stories or something, or they would visit. And also there's like, I think that we all accidentally had a chip on our shoulder about it because Hollywood's here and it's beautiful. And so you're just like, they think they're better than us or something. I remember thinking that in high school, you know, but then I came here and I found out that like, everybody, all these people had moved here to make it, and then none of them made it. And then they live here anyway. But then everyone else, like, it wasn't like a cool place to move to. It was just an industry town. So there was this like period of time while that was still the case, but the internet existed, where people just like made stuff together. And because there wasn't this crazy influx, rent was still like $600 and shit like that. And there were all these dive bars everywhere. And it felt, honestly, when I started comedy, it felt like a little hometown. And there were a limited amount of us. And my rent was literally like $500 or $600. And then we told everyone in comedy, at least.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah. And then you all came here.
Like, whoa, my rent's still $600. I'm like, this is great.
Totally.
Oh, and then
move
to LA.
Do not. Please, God.
Go to Austin. I'm so glad people are moving to Austin. I'm going, yes. Yeah, move. Go.
Bring this back to being a shitty place again.
Go to Austin, please.
I just want to live somewhere that everyone thinks is shitty that I love.
I just want to drink my damn High Life at the Golden Room. And
man, you're cranking them out with the segues today, man. It's good hosting.
I'm the, you know what? People call me the next Rush Limbaugh, and I say thank you for that. Because I'm doing it.
I've been saying it, under my breath and behind your back. But how about Miller Disingenuous Draft? How
about Miller Military Draft?
Military High Life. Miller Military Genuine Draft. That's great.
Military Genuine Draft.
Yeah, totally. Alcoholism of one.
How about Miller? I want to do something about how, like, Miller, you're gonna drink all of it.
Oh, I see.
It's like, I don't care what the pack you bought.
Right.
None of these are making it to tomorrow.
It's like for getting wasted. Right. You don't buy it. We should call the beer Fuck Taste. Just drink it. Yeah.
I also feel like most of the sips you take of it are with your eyes closed, and I don't know why that is, but every time I have one, I'm just like, I'm like trying to get it done, so I can have a good one later, maybe.
Right, totally. I know what you mean. Yes, it's like a functional. It's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Functional beer, functional drink. It should almost have like a really, actually, kind of like. You know what's so funny? PBR is the same way. Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's like, why are you don't have to, you know what? I would love it if it just had a simple name and that, like a name that reflected exactly what we were participating in as we drank it. So if you called it like Mr. Drink,
Mr. Beer. How is there not a Mr. Beer?
Mr. Beer. Come on, dude. Mr. Beer. I think it's Mr. Beer. I think that's the name.
Mr. Beer. I love that.
Yeah.
I wish there was a Mr. Beer company.
I would drink Mr. Beer all the time. Yeah, it's like how the Trader Joe's shit beer is called Simple Times. Right. It's a great name.
Great name.
There's Red Dot.
Norman Rockwell. Simple Times should be in like, you know what Born in the USA cover where it's Bruce Springsteen's ass with a hat in his pocket for some reason? The other pocket should have a High Life in there. That's what it feels like. He's like, I was just working down at the factory.
Well, that's also why I was, like, I love the idea of a working class name too, like factory beer or like beer on the line.
The gas station of beers. You need it, and it's right here.
Right. The functional thing, right? Yeah.
I always love those gas station commercials. Anyway, they try and make it be like, it's about family. I'm like, the fuck? It's because it's on this side of the street. It's on the side of the street I'm on. I don't give a shit. I'm
going to work and I don't want to turn left. That's like literally it. The going straight of beers.
Hell yeah. That's up there. Going straight of beers.
I do think Mr. Beer is really solid.
Let's do Mr. Beer. I like it.
Yeah.
And it's good because you can use the M for Miller and Photoshop. Please Photoshop us a Mr. Beer. We love it. We'll post it online.
Yeah, Mr. Beer wait, one more thing. Is there maybe like a basic, what are words for like basic ground level? Like, dude, so John Roy, who's a really funny comic that I love. He's a white dude with a shaved head, like he bicks it. And he has this joke about how, like, if you look at me, I'm like, when you're making an Xbox character, I'm the thing that shows up when you haven't added anything to it.
Yeah.
It's such a great joke. Bit. And I feel like that's High Life. High Life is like you start at the base level concept of beer. That's High Life. You haven't added anything yet.
Oh, wow.
So how do you say
think he'd be offended if we tweeted the John Roy beers?
I think we should do it. We should maybe text him and see what he says, because seeing it out of nowhere, he could think we're trying to be mean.
Yeah, but we're not talking shit. You're at the festival and you're the basic, this is the guy. I am Guy.
It's your joke. Yeah.
Yeah. We're honoring your joke and we think you're a great comedian.
Yeah. The John Miller. It's so funny. It's tough to find something ever, and this makes sense, that I like more than a pun based on another thing that exists.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I felt so victorious when I said rolling rock uphill.
Rolling rock uphill's great.
That's fun. Is there a beer? What's your favorite beer?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I really like a nice, my favorite beer is, and this is like, this is probably the douchiest thing I could possibly say.
Let's do it.
But I don't know. Like, it's probably a good, like, if it's a go-to, I really like a nice, IPA is my favorite kind of beer. I'm one of those guys that likes IPAs a lot. Isn't
it funny how that became a thing we make fun of? I also love IPAs.
Right. They're great. What are we doing here? We don't like a good beer. It's good. You don't like India? Is it you don't like India or ale? Which one?
Is it the pale?
Pale?
You don't like
the pale?
Well,
it is an interesting choice of words. India Pale Ale. But I love India and I love ale.
And I'm pale.
And I am pale. I am a pale fellow. But I don't know. Probably I like a good Lagunitas IPA. I like a nice. I do love the Golden Road Ride On IPA. I think is really underrated, and I don't really like Golden Road very much.
Me neither. I can't stand Golden Road, but they're hazy. I was like in a bind.
It's very good.
At a party, and the only beer they had. I'm this guy. I'm such a beer nerd now. I just have become the guy that would like a specific kind of beer. You know what though? It's because I've segued from being a guy who's drinking to get drunk to drinking beer because I enjoy it. And if I'm only going to have one or two, I'd rather just. And so I walked to a store and I got all they had that was like in my wheelhouse was the Golden Road Hazy. And I think it's just called Hazy La Ipa.
It's great.
It's really good.
It's very good. I love that. I love a nice Space Dust IPA from Elysian.
Elysian's
That's
great.
A go-to. A lot of gas stations have it when I'm on the road and looking for a nice beer.
Dude, that base level
Stone,
Sierra Nevada's regular hazy, what a hazy little thing is
really
super
good.
Fucking good.
Very
dude,
good.
Also there's this brewery. I believe it's in San Diego, Coronado Brewing. It's just a guess, but that's where Coronado is.
Yeah, I've had some Coronado.
They have an IPA called Weekend Vibes that's super good. Dude, you know what would be a great name for Miller High Life is Weekday Vibes.
Well, that's it. That's it. Weekday Vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
The 2:30 of beers.
That might be it. The 2:30 weekday vibes. The 2:30 beers. That's the title of the subtitle. We did it.
Oh,
that's
fun.
The winner.
That's good stuff.
Well, we got to see what our fans have been tweeting at us.
You know what's interesting is that we didn't really have a lot of extremely incrediblies and like our like other people just had like very direct opinions about this. So yeah, normally we have, I think we had one. Seth Mills said extremely available and incredibly cheap.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Thanks,
that's like
Seth.
Literally a movie about Miller. And then I think that's the only one.
Oh man, but I like the format of some of these. Like I like Tyler Olton's it's just in quotes and it's remember we used to just jam on guitars? We need to do that again. That's great.
Damn.
And they also did no shots for me. I'm just gonna take it easy tonight.
That's funny. Oh man,
I love it.
I just a very specific shout out to everyone who in one solid unifying voice said piss. Like 10 people.
So many people said piss.
Diana Dinerman, funny comedian, said piss. Andrew Rudick, funny comedian, said piss city.
Thanks,
and
Rudick. We love you.
A little twist on an old favorite at Kickacitron said Grandpa's piss.
I do like Mike Berry's "Dude, Where's My Shift" drink because that is great.
That's great. Jessica Michelle Singleton had a good one. Marmalade.
Ooh, that's a fun name.
There's a lot like that. There's a lot of piss, and then there's a lot of talking about abusive family members. Drunkle Steve, Jennifer Knapp says Drunkle Steve.
Steve.
Joshua Lathy says stepdad juice. And
stepdad juice.
And Keith Carey said
that's really good.
He said stepdad sauce.
Ooh, I think the sauce, stepdad sauce.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I do like Luis.com says beer for my horses.
That's I think
they never said which beer. He never said which beer of the song. So
I think that's my favorite one. I think
that's really good.
I think that went. Also, Shannon Norman, a repeat offender here, every week has one that we like. He said Camaro water. That's great.
Winslow Dumaid said, I know I'm late to this, but in the Marines, we called it anger water.
Yeah.
I love that.
Here's another family one. Jonathan B. Morse, who is in our Patreon, said, Uncle Gary's outdoor wedding juice. Yes.
Oh, uncles. I like David Yates, stand-up comedy crypto. It is such it's
such a stand-up thing. Luis.com also said beer for dummies. Wow, Luis is killing it this week. That's
beer
great.
For dummies. Oh, I like Darth Plato's The Beer of Beers.
Yes, that's great.
That's a Homer style. That's
also, Nate Craig jumping in. He's a really funny comic.
Love Nate Craig. One of the funniest.
Said the Gatorade of beers. Which is just true. Oh man, let's both do one. Are we about done? Let's both do. This is my last one. At Am Superfly, dude, they didn't have any Bud Light.
Dude, they didn't have any Bud Light.
That's great. That's great.
Oh boy. Okay, I guess one more. I do like this one. This one would have won at midnight. Matthias Phibbs said Miller Sigh Life.
Oh hell yeah. Oh wait, I gotta do one more. Drever Thompson at Drever Thompson. He listed a bunch, and one of them was GED, getting erectile dysfunction. Oh, that's great. Oh, he also said weekend custody, which is a fucking hilarious name for a beer. Like literally, that Golden Road IPA should be called Weekend Custody IPA. Man, y'all are the best. I mean, I feel like I know that we say it every week and that's like could be too much or whatever, but I just
we love it. This is the most fun.
Dude, we mean it every week. I love you. You guys are the best. Thanks for participating. I'm at Dave to the Ross on Twitter. He's at Dumb
That's
Caleb.
Right. Hell yeah.
We tweet it out at the beginning of every week what we're naming that week. Thanks for jumping in, and then join our Patreon, patreon.com/what's it called if you want bonus episodes.
Hell yeah.
What's it called? Rodeo is the website. Ooh, fuck. You know what we got to do next week, dude? We should probably the next couple weeks. People have emailed us a bunch of stuff we haven't renamed, and we should dedicate a couple episodes to that.
Soon. Keep tuned in. We're gonna rename all your shit. Thanks for emailing us. We're gonna get to them all. We love you. We can't wait to name it. We're gonna kiss you right on the jaw as soon as we get that second dose.
Yeah, I can't wait to hug everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, the email is whatthehellisitcalled@gmail.com. And as promised, everything you would like renamed, we'll get in there, and we'll get to that next week.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
we love you.
We love you.
What's in there?
What's in there?
What's it signed?
How am I doing?
Who are you?
Who is this?
Who is that? Who are you?
What's your name?
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Oh, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
What's It Called is produced by Hold the Phone Comedy. HoldThePhone.tv. Yeah.